The man was about to eat lunch when he suddenly saw his deceased wife standing in the kitchen. Startled, he looked again and again to confirm, even asking his daughter and a worker to take a look, but none of them saw anything. Yet he was certain he hadn't imagined it. From that day on, his wife's figure began to appear frequently in the house. She went about doing housework just like she used to, silent and untouchable. The man felt both fear and guilt. He had neglected her for years because of work. He tried his best to live with this shadow, learning to cook and clean by following her example, hoping to make up for the past. A friend told him this might be a memory replay, a remnant left behind by his wife when she had Alzheimer's. Such echoes might linger in space for up to 3 years. What he was seeing were her loneliest moments from those final 3 years. He quit his job and returned home to accompany her fully. He noticed she would go every day to a bench in the park, quietly staring at the railway. It was a promise they had made in their youth, one he had long forgotten. Only then did he understand. She had been waiting all these years for his response, but he had made her wait for decades. As the 3-year limit approached, one night, his wife's shadow disappeared. Panicking, he searched everywhere and finally found her sitting blankly on the bench, wearing her pajamas. It was the same night 3 years ago when she had wandered off for the first time, and he hadn't bothered to look for her. Her condition worsened. Her memory faded and she forgot even her family. But one day, when she saw a news article about a newborn gorilla at the zoo, she smiled. That was the place where he had proposed to her. On their daughter's wedding day, the man stood before the guests and shared the story of his life with this memory. But when he mentioned the day his wife died, his daughter interrupted him, blaming herself for her mother's death. The man shook his head. "No," he said. "It was me who truly caused her death." That day, his wife had forgotten to unplug the iron. When she ran to check the household expenses, he tried to warn her, but he couldn't touch her. She escaped the house but turned back. Not for money as he had assumed, but to retrieve their engagement photo taken in front of the gorilla. Seeing this, the man broke down and sobbed. He hated the version of himself who only cared about work and never made time for her. Just as their hands were about to touch, her shadow vanished. It had all been a hallucination built from his guilt and regret. He could never go back, and the woman who had loved him so deeply would never again be able to return his love.